What's up YouTube? My name is John Kim. I'm a 20 years old Korean student currently residing in China. This will be a tech focused channel, but I haven't decided a name for my channel yet, so if you guys have any ideas, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'd really appreciate it. Now let's get on with the review of the Xiaomi Mi 5. Now a lot of people are interested in Xiaomi phones because they offer good specs and hardware for a very low price, in this case around $300. Despite the copycat criticisms, there is no doubt that Xiaomi phones bring great value for the money. Now I bought this Xiaomi flagship myself and used it for a month, and I thought it would be a fun thing to make a review and help out some shoppers willing to buy a new smartphone. Now this Mi 5 is a base model with 32 gigs of storage, 3 gigs of RAM, and running the latest Snapdragon 820 processor clocked at 1.8 GHz. Now if you go up from here, your Mi 5 will be clocked at 2.15 GHz with 64 gigs of storage available. And there's an even higher end model with 128 gigs of storage, accompanied with 4 gigs of RAM, and a much durable ceramic backing instead of the glass one found on this one. Now, it was much harder to get the black model compared to the white and gold variants, but once I got it, I felt that it was completely worth the wait. The black model attracts more fingerprints, but looks really sleek as the black color of the phone hides the inner bezels, so it seems as the screen has no inner bezels at all, resulting in a much more immersive display. Now talking about the display, it's only an HD resolution but looks really crisp and sharp on the 5.15-inch LCD panel with very deep blacks, saturated colors, and a bright screen going all the way up to 600 nits. Now the design language of the phone is familiar yet premium. The phone is 7.4mm thin and weighs in at just 129 grams. It has the adequate size for most people and it's very manageable. Now the gray aluminum frame and glass backing results in a high quality build that's worthy of a company's flagship. Now on the top, there is the 3.5mm headphone jack, the IR blaster, and on the left side there is the SIM tray for the dual SIM, and on the right there is the volume rocker and the power button. Now on the bottom there is the USB Type-C port, sorry about that, and a speaker and a microphone. Now don't get fooled by the identical designs, they're just here to match each other parallelly, and only one of them is speaker. Now the speaker actually bumps out pretty accurate sounds, but it doesn't get too loud, so it's not that good. Now on the back, there is the camera, and it's a 60 megapixel Sony IMX298 sensor with f2.0 aperture and a dual LED flash. Now the camera launches really quickly and it's fast to focus as well. It also provides variety of features and filters. Its picture quality is quite nice, and the color is nicely saturated but lacks detail. Now unfortunately, low light shots tend to have noticeable noise, and Xiaomi makes a great deal out of its 4A6 optical image stabilization, which did help with getting a more stabilized video, but I didn't see anything that special. Now 4 megapixel front camera on the front performs well too, and they enlarged the pixel size to allow it to take in more light and take a brighter photo. Now the dual curved edges on the glass and aluminum enhance the grip and make it seem thinner in the hands. Now the overall design may seem redundant and rather plain, but it's good looking overall, and Xiaomi has added a physical home button for the first time. So that's good, and it's capacitive too, so you can operate all the navigation buttons with just a touch, which is a nice touch. Okay, now the performance for this phone was obviously quite impressive. Whatever task you threw at it, the Mi 5 was able to handle. Now I'm not a heavy gamer, but it ran Minecraft just fine. And the Adreno 530 graphics chip shouldn't have too much trouble playing the graphic intense games for all you gamers out there. Now, the fingerprint scanner did have some difficulty reading my fingerprint from various positions, but it was generally responsive and quick. I did run into a few glitches 2 times during my 1 month of use, so I guess that's pretty acceptable. Now the phone runs MIUI 7.3 on top of Android Marshmallow. Now at this moment it's a well-balanced mix of iOS and Android. It brings the simplicity of iOS and the functionality of Android. Of course, you won't get all the Android Marshmallow features that are on the stock Android version, but you get these big bold icons that look clean, and they have a unified design language throughout the MIUI, which seems much more integrated compared to most Android launchers. Now it also has convenient aspects such as pulling down the notification bar without needing to go all the way on top. You can just slide from here and it just pulls down the notification bar. And it also has a theme store that customizes the look of your phone from the dialer to even the settings menu. Now it lacks an app tray though, so you'll have to arrange your apps within folders, and instead of Google Now, they have their own voice assistant that only speaks Chinese. 你好。
您可以这样说。
Okay. Furthermore, the key problem was that there was no way to install Google services on this phone. It somehow does not allow the installation of the global ROM from the official Xiaomi website, which has the Play Store. Even though I bought this from an official Xiaomi retail store in China, it's still not installing and I have no idea why. This is a problem. There is a way to unlock it and maybe that will solve this issue, but it's a process that takes weeks to complete and I'd rather not take the risk of getting a brick phone. Now the phone has a non-removable 3000 mAh battery, so that's pretty good. It's okay for everyday use. I surfed the web, played a few YouTube videos, and did a bit of social media through apps like WeChat and KakaoTalk. Now I didn't play any games, and I was mostly using Wi-Fi, but it always seemed to roughly last me a day and a half, which was more than enough. Now overall, this is a strongly recommended buy, but only when you're in China. The model I have is roughly $300 in China and offers flagship specs and design at less than half the price of its competitors. Now, if you're in a country like the US, the importing fees will add up and you won't be able to receive proper AS services. And if you're not really fond of downloading and installing software, and Google services is a must to you, then it probably isn't the right phone for you. But if you favor value above anything else, and you are into the Mi5's design, performance, MIUI, and battery life, then you won't regret what you pay for. You'll be getting the most of the bang for your buck. Now, this was my first video review, and I was kind of nervous, but I hope I was able to help you guys get a more general idea about this phone. Now, this has been the Tech Focus channel with no name. I'd really like to hear feedback from you guys and answer any questions you might have, so feel free to comment. And that's it. Thanks for watching.